Hi guys, welcome back to Armor. We're really glad to bring to you one of the most well-designed compact recurve bows meant for adults. You can use this for hunting competition as well as recreational archery. This is called the Brute Recurve bow. Now, if you see this bow, during the course of this video, we're going to show you what all comes with the bow, what is the build material, how to assemble the bow. So let's start with it. Currently, what you're going to get with the set is a riser. It's a 17-inch mag alloy, high quality stress absorbent riser. Alright, now if you see the build of this material, this riser has a lot of air pockets. It also has these indents cut out to reduce weight dramatically. This not only reduces weight, it absorbs vibration, and also it makes the bow very sleek and easy to carry around. Alright, now if you see this, what all comes in the riser itself, you have the fitments where you can install a stabilizer, you can install the sight over here, you can also insert a plunger button over here. These two slots over here, which is there, you can install what is called an embedded quiver. These are basically quivers which can get attached to the bow, and you can carry the arrows, around 6 or 4 arrows depending on upon the capacity of that quiver. So you can carry that with it. Of course, that is not included, that's a separate purchase. Again, you can attach fishing reels and all of that to this bow because it's a fantastic bow for fishing as well. Now this is your riser. Like I mentioned before, this is a 17-inch riser. The overall bow length is 56 inches. You get it in 3 different draw weights: 30 to 35, 35 to 40, and 40 to 45. Please check the website and check for the availability. Alright, now what else comes with the set? You get the riser, 2 limbs, you get the Allen bolts. There are 2 Allen wrenches. This Allen wrench is to fit the wall guard over here. We're going to explain it in the course of the video. A string, bowstring. You also get a professional sight. Now the assembly of the professional sight, there is a link in the caption below where you can see how the professional sight is assembled and attached to the riser. So that you have a look at the link. I'm going to show you how the basic assembly of the bow is. Now, in case you all are using the arrow directly from the shelf, sometimes the side wall gets scratched with the arrow friction. You can use this over here to prevent the scratches to the wall. So what you need to do is unscrew, basically remove this Allen bolt. You can use this Allen wrench to take it out this way. Insert it over here. Once you insert this, you can't use the plunger button because the plunger button will not pop through that. And then install that and fit the bolt from the other end. So this will guard the wall. This is one component which comes with it. You get a screw type arrow rest. Again, you need to install this. You can use this as a beginner to get used to the bow. This can take a good amount of manhandling, right? Make sure that the horn faces the back of the bow. So this, when you see the stabilizer slot, this section over here is called the back of the bow. This is what faces the target. What faces the archer, which is the internal side, is the face of the belly of the bow. This is one component which is there. So this is where your grip is. The grip is built using a polymer material. It's extremely ergonomic, very comfortable to hold. Now what else comes is the magnetic arrow rest. Now when you see this magnetic arrow rest, again, align it with the slot where the plunger button is inserted, such as this. Keep it perpendicular. If you keep it this way, the arrow will drop. If you keep it this way, the arrow will go incline. So keep it perpendicular this way. And it comes with a very strong double-sided 3M tape. So it really will stick on and hold to your riser over here. So this is one of the professional arrow rests that you get with this bow. Alright. Again, the horn has to face towards the back. So when you rest your arrow here and you shoot, this will flick and click and come back in its position to take and receive another arrow. Alright, and you get the string. So now we'll move ahead with the assembly. So you get the Allen bolt over here. There's a cup washer. When you insert the cup washer, it has to be flush this way. If you insert the cup washer in a reverse manner, such as this, and the bolt dangles, that's not the right way. Insert the cup washer here. Again, After which you follow with the flat washer. So we'll take another bolt, cup washer, flat washer. Alright, now when you hold the riser this way, this is for right-handed archers. So when you hold the riser this way, the bottom section is the lower limb, the lower section, and the upper section is where the upper limb will get installed. Now when you get your bow, it is clearly mentioned upper and lower. Do not mix each other up. Prefer to stick where it goes. So when you go in for the lower section, install it over here. Now hold the limb in place, take the entire set and start tightening the bolt. Now when you're tightening the bolt, if you find the bolt is stiff while screwing it in, remove it and change the angle. Sometimes the angle goes here and there. If you exert a lot of force, the threads of the bolt or the thread of the insert which is receiving the bolt will get spoiled, which will ruin your bow in turn. Use the larger Allen wrench to subsequently tighten the bolt. It has to really go in smoothly. Now when you're doing this, right, do not use a lever or any kind of ply to tighten this. This could again further damage it. So what you need to do is tighten the limb in a manner where there is no play. There's no gap or there's no play. This gap is built into the riser, so don't think this gap will shut. Just tighten it so there's no play. Now take the second side. This is the upper limb. The sticker will go towards the inside. So if you notice carefully, you see the Allen bolt sinks into the cup washer a bit. That's how it is, and there's no play further on. Now how to string this bow? So you'll get this string and get two loops. If you notice carefully, this is a smaller loop, this is a larger loop. Always the smaller loop goes to the lower limb tip over here. Now when you're fitting this, make sure it fits snug into the grooves which are over here, and you always have to string it from the face of the bow. Do not string it in a straight line from here to here. That's a wrong way of stringing the bow. String it from the back side. If you see the string groove, this is the string groove over here. The string will come on this end, alright? And once you string it, now always take the lower end like I said earlier. So what you need to do is you need to string it this format and dangle the bow. You can also use a bow stringer, but if you have the strength and the height, you can use it in this manner. So you hold it this way, hold it in the dominant hand. For me, the right is the dominant, and take whichever hand is your dominant hand, use the same right leg to step in. Use the same dominant leg to step in. So you basically form the bow limb locks at your shin over here, and your hamstring supports the bend. Lift your hand, lift your elbow a little bit higher, use your shoulder to push the limb and reach the string. Remember, a lot of people make this mistake. They think that the string is elastic. The string is not elastic, it's the limbs which are elastic. So bend the limbs and reach it over here. Once you string it up, step out. Make sure the string is centralized. When I say centralized, the string has to come into the center of the string groove like that. If it is not centralized, centralize it. This is your bow. Now pull the string around 2 or 3 inches back and let loose so the bow sets. Right? Never dry fire bow. What is dry fire is when you pull your bow all the way back and release it without an arrow. That will cause all the energy to transfer to the limbs, and the limbs will rip. You lose your bow. This is how your brute recurve bow will look once it's installed. So this is the brute. Now the description and the material built up is mentioned in the description within the caption below. The contact numbers and the website is also mentioned over there. Please have a look at the link for assembling this site. That is again clearly mentioned inside. Thank you so much.